Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my SU-100 full review and gameplay. Right now we are looking at the Russian Tier 6 tank destroyer, the SU-100. It has 75 millimeters of frontal armor, 45 on rear and sides. Stock gun is the 85 millimeter D5S. It has 120 millimeters of penetration with 160 alpha damage. This gun, it is not recommended, of course, to be on this tank. You should, though, however, have this 85 millimeter, the D5S 85 BM. You get this from the SU-85, the Tier 5 Russian tank destroyer. It is much more suited for the SU-100 if you do not want to go for the 100 millimeter or the 120 millimeter. This 85 has 144 millimeters of penetration with 180 alpha damage. It also has a damage per minute of 1895.4. This is without any bonuses whatsoever. The next gun, however, is the 100 millimeter D10S. This gun is what the SU-100 is, of course, named after. This gun is a lot better, with 175 millimeters of penetration and 250 alpha damage, and a whopping 1947.5 damage per minute without any bonuses. This is a very punchy gun and will get the SU-100 more on its tier for tier compared to other tank destroyers. This gun will also allow it to fight a lot more fairly with higher tier tanks. The other option for guns is the 122 millimeter D25S. This gun has higher alpha damage, same amount of penetration, but it sacrifices rate of fire and accuracy. Its DPM is 1829.1, which is actually lower than the 85 millimeter. Now you would use this 122 millimeter for more of a punchy gun, but in my honest opinion, the SU-100 is better suited for the 100 millimeter just because of the higher rate of fire, the higher DPM, the better aim time, and the better accuracy. I just believe that the 100 millimeter is an all-around superior gun to the 122. Now, more on the tank review itself. The frontal armor, of course, is a nice slope, but with it only having 75 millimeters of frontal armor, it will be most likely easily penetrated by tier 6 and above tanks. So this tank is definitely more suited for sniping without being seen. It is decently fast, though it is not the fastest tank, but it also has a decent engine power with really good traverse speed, allowing it to be fairly maneuverable. It has a nice health pool of 580, which allows it to take a few shells before it eventually reaches its demise. Now, the weak spots on the tank, of course, the driver's area here, commander's module, and of course any of the flat surfaces of the tank, though like I said, most guns will easily penetrate the frontal armor. The strongest point of the armor, of course, is the gun mantlet, which makes the tank really hard to penetrate in this area, but that is actually a lot harder to hit than the rest of the tank. So from now, let's go to the game. Now to the gameplay. I am currently in a game where tier 6 is the highest. I'm playing the SU-100 from the attacking side of Erlenberg Assault. Now, I will be doing commentary over this, so I can also give you guys what's kind of going through my head, along with a nice representation on this tank. I am using the 85mm because this is the first time I have played this tank. Now, right here, I just, of course, Alt-Tab to do something, don't remember what, but I am now back into it. Now, of course, as you see these tanks kind of being jittery here, this, of course, is just a little replay desynchronization. I cannot do anything about this, my apologies, but... So, I like to take more of an aggressive position on this map, kind of around this general area. But as you see here, this Panzer III is playing very aggressively along with this Cromwell, and with the nice rate of fire of this gun, I am able to take out that Panzer III very easily and start shooting this Cromwell very soon after. Now, I was able to take out both the tanks, dealing 636 damage in a very short time, and without being spotted. This is one of the very strong parts of this tank. It has a very great camo rating with a great rate of fire, and it can really just sit in the back and snipe without anyone ever knowing it's there. So that is one of the strongest aspects of this tank. It cannot reliably bounce anything off of its frontal armor, but it can reliably stay stealth and do damage from afar. Though Russian accuracy isn't the best, it's still good enough for this tank to be considered a sniper. Now, I like taking a position on top of this hill, depending on whether the team is playing aggressively through the city area around the river, which they are not. So I am able to kind of play aggressively here. I am out in the open here, which is not good play, but I take a shot at this KV-1S, pin him, and just kind of reverse back. I make some cover for myself by knocking over that tree, though it's not recommended to knock over the trees. But it makes very nice cover for me. And now I kind of just sit here and wait for the game to develop a little bit. As you can see, most of our force is on the left side of the map here, while the only thing we have over here is, of course, me, this SU-85 and Batilda, and the Hummel sitting in the back. So, of course, there's not much going here. I tell the team to push hard left side because we're pretty much being held up by that KV-1S and any of the stealth tanks back here, right back here, or here. Now, I thought I did that, but no, that was the Hummel with a very solid shot on that M6. I'm just trying to find shots where I can land. I just now noticed that I did have a shot on that T-34, though it probably wouldn't have landed, but nonetheless I still had that shot. I knock over that tree once again to give myself a little bit more cover with this bush also. And I try to sit here and wait for that KV-1S to play aggressively, in which then I could punish him. But he does not. He does the smart thing and plays defensively there. I am currently using binoculars and camouflage on this tank, though it could really benefit from vents, gun rammer, just to increase its rate of fire even more so, its accuracy and aim time even more. But with this setup, I can stay stealthy and use some of my view range, though it's not great. Some of it to spot tanks for myself. And now I see here this SU-85 has retreated all the way back, and that my team is finally playing very aggressive, which is very good, seeing that we do have the advantage here. Now, soon I am going to start playing aggressive because I tend to think that the enemy team is going to go towards the bridge area to help defend the cap. And seeing that the KV-2 is there, one of the major threats on the enemy team against an SU-100 here, I begin to play aggressive. Now I just tell the Hummel to help me out here, make sure that he is pre-aimed towards me, because I will be going into the fray and hoping to get spots for him and able to help out my team from anybody trying to get a nice crossfire on them. I see this PZ, this artillery, and get the last shot on him. And here you can just see the mad rate of fire of this tank. Don't know why that KV-1S whiffed at me, but I'm just able to sit here and continually wail on him. And just like that, I killed that KV-1S without a problem. And now I'm going to go up here in hopes to find that E8 or their artillery. I find that E8 and I just start unloading. And here is really the power of this tank. As you see, great DPM even with the not Top Gun. And it's really just enough to absolutely decimate tier 6 tanks, even if it's not a Top Gun. So this tank is actually very strong if you have the upgraded 85 from the SU-85. If not, you're going to have some difficulty and probably have to shoot a lot of premium ammo. Able to get that Martyr 3080, which is the new tier 4 German tank destroyer. And unlucky for me, that SU-85 stole that kill for kill 7. But as you see, 1930 damage with a Top Gun. And if I have any screenshots, I will be putting them up right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.